You're listening to Into the Twilight, an independent, listener-supported show. Subscribe at patreon.com/intothetwilight for monthly bonus episodes, weekly shoutouts, a Patreon-only book club, and more. Thanks for support, and now, on with the show.
Now tuning in to Earbud Media. Audio for everyone.
I'm happy to report that it is sunny here.
Love that.
So it is one of those special podcast episodes where I am wearing sunglasses while I record this.
And thank God. You know, I think this episode calls for that, you know? Like, you gotta have a little bit of that dark, bad boy energy today.
It did. This episode, if nothing else, did have a lot of bad boy energy, so it does feel appropriate.
Yeah, it's very on theme, you know?
I don't have aviators
Sure.
like I would in this. I didn't find out until I looked at this, the TVD wiki, by the way.
Yeah.
But we're watching this, and I falsely assume, because these episodes were coming out in 2013-ish, I assumed that they were in real time, right? I guess this one technically came out in 2014.
Sure.
But it wasn't, apparently it was confirmed last week with the 100th episode that these are canonically in 2011, and that
that's okay,
that's messing with me a little bit, actually.
Right. And that's tough too, because like when we look at these, we are viewing them as like the period pieces they are in, that are enshrined and encased in amber of this mid 2010s era. And
Correct.
The fact that we're seeing through that, because we are seeing it through a distance, but they are also giving themselves a couple years of distance in addition to that. And it's like this is like a weird fugue state that we're in of like a time that does not exist and yet has existed.
It just, why are you doing that to yourself? I guess we don't need to make things harder.
Right.
Than
It can just
necessary.
be the time it is. That's fine. Like it's okay.
You don't need to put things on 150cc, right? We can just play. We can just play in the space, you know?
Yeah.
Finding that out has changed things with the lens that I am viewing their fashion, and now the technology that they are using, and I feel like that fucks things up.
Yeah.
But alas, here we are. Welcome to Into the Twilight. We're here.
Yeah.
We're persisting. So that's something, you know?
Yeah.
If nothing else, right? We're here in the space. How are you?
I'm here. I'm living.
I do feel that.
I want to talk about our favorite small, sad woman with a song in her heart and the voice of an angel. Yeah, and that is my girl, Hayley Williams, because she put out an album, and folks, it's so good. It's so good. It is her first. I've obviously been rocking with Paramore for in utero, right? Like that's just it's been injected into me. That's my predisposition.
Correct.
But also been rocking with her solo stuff. I think a lot of that didn't get its time in the sun because of large historical events that had happened during those times. Yeah. But she's back, and not only is she back, but she's independent in this way out of her like truly horrific agreement with Atlantic, and now has her own indie label called Post Atlantic, which is fucking hilarious. So good. And she dropped like an 18-track album, originally in a very lo-fi way of just like on her website as individual songs.
Yeah, they were all singles, right?
They were all, she just dropped like at first 17 singles on like a website that you had to get a code to, whatever, but it was all this like very lo-fi early internet feeling of experience. And then those came on streaming platforms individually as singles, and then they all came plus this other song as, like, the album, which is Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party, which is a fucking banger name. But it's so good. It's just, she's so, like, she's obviously processing a lot of, like, grief and trauma and, like, relationships, and obviously, like, her relationship as an artist and as an individual person. But, like, she's also so angry. She's so angry, and it's so good. She's so good when she's angry.
There's nothing I love more than an angry woman.
Right, and it's, like, very much the vibes, and similar to her, like, first, like, solo album and stuff, where it's, like, she will, and some Paramore stuff, too, where it's, like, it will be the catchiest fucking tune and vibe in the world, and then you look at the lyrics or you listen to them, and you're like, oh, this is the saddest fucking song I've ever heard in my life, but I'm dancing, you know? And that's great.
It is such a joy to live in a world at the same time as her.
Yeah.
Because I don't know another artist like her. On the surface, I think, especially, you know, at the start of her career, it was very easy to look at her aesthetic and think, oh, this is another, because she was coming up very similarly to, like, Avril Lavigne, right? And it's very easy to be like, oh, this is just another punk, another emo, and it's like, sure.
Right.
And then you hear her, and it's like, where did those pipes come from, man?
Yeah.
And it is especially true in this album, too. And I've never been more grateful to watch her career progress and get better with time. Like, finding this woman.
Yeah, it truly feels like an evolution of someone who is already incredibly evolved in oneself and one's, like, musical inspiration and stylings, right? But, like, this just feels like the culmination of, like, an entire career's worth of, like, influences and fascinations in a way that's like, fuck it, we ball. Like, let's just go, let's do, like, a full hour long worth of just, like, all these things I've picked up along the way that maybe don't fit into, like, this larger box of Paramore bangers or whatever, and just rip it, and it's fucking so good. So good.
She's so immensely talented. The work that she's doing is so beautiful. And it is also nice to be able to be like, it is nice to be able to have artists that are aware. I mean, we constantly talk about brain rot content here because you need it and you need to have that balance. But she is an artist that I'm immensely grateful of. Who uses their work to do good in this world. Yeah. And that is, it is a treasure. And also this album was so relatable. It's just, amen, you know?
Yeah. Like, speak on it. Like, say your shit, girl. Like, I'm here. I'm listening.
I love that she is able to process through music and that we get to share those experiences with her.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, big fan. We love to see it. Keep being just so angry but also full of hope, but also full of just like, you know, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, and also like, they would be remiss to not add Paramore into the animated series for Netflix.
Oh my god, yeah.
I mean, I know Stephenie. I know Stephenie has always been in her like anime shit, and she's like deep in her K-pop grind right now. But like, if anyone is musically attuned, it's Paramore. There.
Oh yeah. I need it. I need it so bad.
Same.
Hell yeah. How are you doing, my dude? I'm very intrigued by this image.
You know, it's so funny because one of the things that I contemplated including today was a mariachi band who covered a Paramore song.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But it just, I try not to bring things that translate poorly in an audio medium.
Sure.
So instead, this is less an individual thing and more just a concept of a thing that has brought me joy this week, which is an individual snack, like an individual, an individual snack item. I think that I had a lot of guilt for being like, oh no, I need to be a little bit more eco-conscious and buy like a family size thing or a bulk thing and reduce my waste. But inevitably, the stuff would always go bad that way as someone who lives alone. Like, oh, I'm going to buy a thing of veggie straws from Costco.
Sure.
It's like, well, by the time that I try to get to the end of that, the bag has been open long enough, even with a chip clip. I'm not, I'm not a wild person.
Just raw dogging it. Yeah.
Right. But it's like, they would be stale by the end there. And so I'm still wasting food that way. Right. Yeah. And then I was like, well, maybe I just go, I'm already at Costco anyways. Maybe I just get the individual ones that they are supposed to put in vending machines. And hey, it turns out when you do that, you are in fact able to eat the right amount that is satisfying. Not the right amount, but like enough that I wanted anyway.
Sure. Yeah, yeah.
And then the food does not go to waste that way. And that is so nice for my brain, first of all, because before anyone is like, oh, well, you can get the Costco bag and you can put them all into Ziploc bags. Everyone shut up, first of all, because of course that's what I want to do. But my ADHD brain is like, well, that's so many steps. And of course I want to do that. But like, am I actually going to do that? Well, no. It is nice to be able to have, especially when I'm in between meetings, to be like, oh, well, I can just get the perfect amount of almonds that I wanted. And it is nice to be able to have without wasting food, because one, that's nice in general, but also I don't have grocery money to be able to just throw out in general. So it's nice. I'm not going to beat myself up over a little bit of packaging when corporations don't care.
Right.
So
like, yeah.
At the end of the day, if it means being able to keep my blood sugar stable, and like fed is best, then turns out that being able to do something that is helpful is good there.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So I think that it just comes from growing up where it's like, no, I'm not going to get the fruit snacks because they're expensive kind of thing, and how that lasts when you're older. But it turns out that it actually does either is the same amount in the long run, or it does save money at the end of the day.
Hell yeah.
So individual size things, turns out they can be helpful for your brain.
Yes. Hell yeah. Get those fruit snacks.
Yeah, man. And sometimes
Enjoy
sometimes that kind of mindset isn't actually that advice isn't meant for people like me. Like that's an accessibility thing, you know? So turns out that guilt and shame isn't actually helpful if it works there. So it's nice, and I think that overthinking it isn't helpful. So god damn it, I'm gonna get my almonds that way, because almonds are expensive, and I don't want them to go to waste that way. In
this economy,
in this economy,
in this current literal economy.
No thank you. So I think that being able to do whatever you can there is great.
Hell
so sorry if it's not interesting, but maybe someone else needs that reminder there to do whatever you need to take care of yourself because I needed it. So how about that?
I love that.
Yeah, man. Do you want forest news or fashion news?
Let's start with fashion. Let's do fashion.
I wish you
corner.
would. I wish it's been so long since we've had a proper
I know.
fashion corner.
I feel like we've been deprived, unfortunately. But we have a case to fashion corner. And folks, I know I've been a hater. Particularly of the brand, and reasonably so, Chanel. And Case 2's decades-long partnership with them. But can I say...
toxic relationship.
It's a toxic relationship, but I will say 2 out of 3 of these, pretty good.
It turns out that they can do a monochrome set for fall, and it doesn't suck sometimes.
Yeah, because she was at the Deauville, I don't know if that's how you say that,
I believe
American Film Festival, because she's, toting around Chronology of Water. She's doing all that stuff, and she had 3 little looks that are released here in Harper's Bazaar. One of which, I will say, does fall into the trap that often she is in with this Chanel situation, where they just like to dress her up like a big baby. Trying to make her look like an American Girl doll. And I don't love that. I don't love... It's like, we don't need Kristen Stewart, of all people, to be like, what if you looked like demure and coquettish, right? Like, why... like, that's... What are we doing here?
They love that aesthetic on her. And it kills me inside.
They love to give her a white/pastel thing and a Mary Jane ass fucking heel. Like, enough. Enough. Free her.
It is... There's something about that shape that they love to do on her body.
Yeah.
It's not the worst thing I've ever seen them do. I am tired of it.
Right.
The skirt, fine.
Sure.
The top, eh.
Yeah.
I don't hate that they're showing off her legs, because she has great legs.
Sure.
But it's very... Listen, for Chanel, I'll give claps. Because again, usually we come in here and I want to send it back. Like a shitty meal. But if this was anyone else, I would say I've seen 15 iterations of this and I'm bored. Yeah. And I want more. Yeah. You can tell she hates it too, which is not helpful.
Right. Yeah.
It's fine, is what I'll say.
Sure. Yeah. We've seen much worse, but we do want better.
Which of these 2 are you like... Which one do you hate of these black sets?
I don't think I hate the black sets. I'm a little confused about what's going on in the second one, I'll say that.
The drowned rat set?
Yeah, but I think it's more the styling that is good that makes it look like the outfit is good, but maybe it is not. You know what I mean? Like, because she's giving, like, she's wet all over. Her hair is just like she was in a rainstorm, but in a chic way. And she's got that very, like, early 2000s smoky eye situation going on. And then we have this, cape billowy short situation. I don't know what's going on, but I think it's kind of a serve. I don't know.
I like the last one. The sheer one of all of them. Mm-hmm. Just because it is giving very director.
Yes.
It does make her a little... And it might just be because of the flash. It's making her look a little bit more mature than she actually is. But again, that might just be the flash. That's there. Yeah. I think the middle one... The clothing is, again, fine. Yeah. I think it's just the hair that doesn't work for me. Sure. It might have needed to be up. Because the drowned rat is I'm confused by the look, and I'm also scared by the look.
This is her auditioning for Flushed Away, the live action sequel.
Yes.
As Sexy Rat.
But for right now, I will say that Chanel might need to just stay with monochrome neutrals. They're on probation right now.
Yeah.
They can handle these until they're allowed to explore further. That's my recommendation. But I hope that you had a great time.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It looks fun. I think that some of these are a little 2013 of all things, like especially this sheer one. If this was sheer and high-low, you could have told me that it was from a decade ago, and I would have believed you.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's not the worst thing we've seen. Hopefully she didn't yell too much about it. We can only hope that she gets out of this partnership soon, though.
Yeah. God, free her.
If you had told me that we were going to get a Good Morning America segment with Stephenie Meyer... if you had told me that about a month ago, I would have believed you because I was pretty dead set that we were going to get a book announcement.
Yeah.
If you told me last week, after we got the Forever Forks, though, where there was no book announcement, I would say, for what? For why? What is she doing there? And that is still my current thought today.
You know what? I've turned around on this because I think it's actually really funny for Stephenie Meyer to do all this 20th anniversary hubbub because she has to, right? You have to. That's just,
yes.
You must. But just not doing anything with it in a tangible way. Like, that's so fucking funny. Because instead, she's just used these, like, random moments when we're not expecting it to drop something and have us freak out and be like, okay, we need to, like, get on this, right? Like, we remember where we were for Midnight Sun, you know? It was a very destabilizing, like, moment. And, like, it's so funny to be like, yeah, I'm going to be doing all these press interviews. I'm going to be going to these, you know, I'm going to be talking to folks. I'm going to be, you know, out in the public, whatever, for all this by contractual nature, and give you basically nothing, right? Like, I have ideas and thoughts of things that are going to happen tangentially in the future, but I'm not going to drop like, oh, this is a thing that's publishing. This is a thing that is done and ready. Like, this is something. She just kind of like, yeah, maybe, you know, at some point I'll have something else. I think that's great. I think that's fucking funny.
I think her wasting their time is beautiful.
Yeah. Yes.
And great. I very much enjoy that.
Yeah.
What scares me is that we still don't have the bass drop here. And that means that I will never know peace. But the concept of them having to work out with her team, we're going to do this interview. It's going to be in the middle of a forest. And again, they're on gravel here. So it's kind of like, you know, a mock forest. But
sure.
Making it look like that scene here is so funny for her to do all of this hubbub and then not announce anything.
No. Like, it's this is so much more work. Just be like, yeah, I mean, hypothetically I would rewrite the books because I'm just a better writer now. And it's like, okay, that's nothing. You know, like, you're not gonna do that. You know, like, that's not gonna happen. You know, like, she's just saying stuff and being like, yeah, it's cool that Bella is a reader and we don't really get heroes for readers. Like, just giving nothing, like, no new information, nothing official. And meanwhile, they are in the middle of the woods.
Correct.
Like, on location, whole setup, and just giving her nothing.
It's so good.
That's so never changed. Unfortunately, that's pretty good.
Unfortunately, that's great, Stephenie. That's probably one of the better things that you've done in a while.
Yeah.
And I love that a lot. This is one of the more high quality videos that I've seen of her hair.
Yeah.
is striking how blonde it is.
It's quite blonde. Yeah.
Ooh, Miss Ma'am. That's the only comment that I have. It's not necessarily positive or negative because I don't care. It's not my hair. But it is incredibly consistent. Yeah. Consistently ice blonde. It's not even a hi GMA. I have a teaser for the animated series.
No.
I'm working on the host. I have a new sci-fi book. Nothing. Yeah. It's just like, welcome to my crib. Right. You know?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. The audacity of it is more bananas because it's like we know she is working on stuff. Like,
right. 100%.
Like she has talked about it. Like she is working on things, and like obviously the state of whether those things are going to happen or how confirmed they are is a different story. But like, it's just so funny to know that she is actively doing things and is like just dicking around when it comes to the 20th anniversary because she would rather destabilize us and catch us off guard on her own time. She's like, I'll tell you when I'm fucking ready, okay? I'll terrorize you when you are least expecting it, motherfucker.
And I respect that, but also fuck you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because that, like, relatable, I'll say that, but also go fuck yourself because that means that I will never get a day's peace. And I will be constantly in fear that when I go to bed at 8:30 at night, I'm going to wake up to texts thinking that it's something else. But no, it's that Stephenie is dropping news.
God, her beautiful mind.
And those times when it's actually a new book or the animated series, is she going to go on GMA? Absolutely not.
No. No. And she's taking it to the blog, baby. Are you kidding?
Of course. That's when Fickle Fish Films is going to tweet.
She's reviving that Twitter account.
God damn it. So good. Oh, God. Okay. I'm very curious to know how you feel about this episode.
Ooh, man. Oh, buddy.
Yeah. Same.
We're doing a lot here. I'll say that.
We are back to rooting for no one.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, nobody's a winner here in any of this.
So that's, comfortable space.
Sure.
I'll say that.
Sure. Yeah, it feels familiar. You know, I feel safe and held, you know, in this environment. Nina Dobrev is doing some incredible work here because, like we were saying, she is now doing, like, multiple layers of being a character, right, at this moment. Because she is playing Catherine inside of Elena's body, pretending to be Elena in a different way than when she is just pretending to be Elena because she is fused, I guess, with her in a different way. And what is so funny to me about that is that we realize now that, like, those previous instances of her being like, oh yeah, I'm Elena, we look the same, right? Ha. Does not require any, like, knowing of information about Elena Gilbert.
That's wild to
me. And it's so funny to be, like, 5 seasons in, and she's now in the body of Elena, and she's like, hey, I don't know jack shit about her. I don't know her birthday. I don't know, like, what she likes. Like, I have spent so much of my life hating her, wanting to kill her, and, like, in getting into the friend group, like, intervening in there and, like, fucking all that up, destabilizing everything. And then when she's actually go time and she has been, like, preparing for this, it's like, oh, I actually don't know, like, anything about
this is why
girl.
I love Catherine, though.
Yeah.
Is that she has been so committed, and she says it in this episode.
Yeah.
I've been Elena multiple times. I can do this.
Right.
But then when push comes to shove, and it's Elena Gilbert Jeopardy time, she can't even answer the 100 questions. No. It's fucking hilarious that she has to be like, oh, who's the one guy who I tried to help me get hot? Oh, yes, Matt. Matt, when is Elena's birthday? When's Jeremy's birthday? What's the address of her house? Which doesn't matter anymore, Catherine.
Right.
But it's so funny that, and this is very true to Catherine, and I'm glad that she didn't know it, because it would be wild that she did. Mm-hmm. But it's funny that it's been multiple years canonically in this show, and she knows fuck all about Elena. No. Whereas Elena knows so much about Catherine.
Yeah.
When Elena finds this out, I hope she does, she's going to be pissed. Like, you didn't know my middle name?
Right.
You didn't know my birthday? You have my face. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's literally Catherine being like, I don't think of you at all. It is inconveniencing me now, but I will hold on to this as a point against you, you know? Like a point above you.
But she will put a pin on Elena's phone, and that's fucking hilarious.
It's so funny. And too, like, with that, we even see, like, her, as she's inhibiting Elena or whatever, she realizes she has to, like, fraternize with her friends, and she's like, ugh, like, I don't want to do small talk as Elena, like, you know what I mean? And like poor Caroline is going through emotional stuff and trying to figure out what the fuck was going on with the Klaus situation.
What I would give Cody for this episode, but from Caroline's perspective, like, I want God web series episode just Caroline's POV of this day.
Yes. Because, like, she is getting gaslit this entire time, right?
This entire episode.
Is 100%, which is justice for her, right? And poor girl is just trying to talk to her best friend and be like, hey, I'm, like, not feeling good. Like, I feel like a bad person, and, like, I did something and I regret it, but also maybe I don't. Like, I don't know what's going on. And I just need to talk it through. And Catherine as Elena is like, sorry, who are you talking about? Like, what is the thing? Can you say it really loudly? I don't think anyone is behind me who's listening. And it's like, girl, she just wants to talk with her friend. I know you think you're above this and Elena's friends, and you are to some extent, but it's like, you have to commit to the bit, girl. Like, help her out.
It is Caroline's no good, very bad day. Yeah. And I'm immensely invested in her day here. Yeah. Even though it is not actually important to the plot of this episode. Yeah. What infuriates me to no end is that, unfortunately, Nina Dobrev is giving an Emmy-winning episode of acting. Yes. But this is a CW show, and that would never and did never happen. Right. But it makes me so mad from what you said last week, and then what I found out after we recorded, that she got no money. She lost money recording these episodes. Mm-hmm. Because what do you mean that she called Maddie and then had to, like, make her voice go down an octave talking on the phone? Yeah. What? It's unreal to see the layers that are happening here. Yeah. I'm pissed. With how good things are happening right now. It pisses me off. I will say, though, it is... I wasn't sure last week of, like, where the fuck is Catherine going with all of this. Like, what is the bigger thing that she's trying to do? It is somehow reassuring to know that there isn't one. She just wants to get with Stefan.
Yeah. Which, you know what? Go off. Like, just be so directionless and do something so involved, right? Like, this is so many steps. This is so intricate of a plan. Like, not only is she inhabiting Elena's body, they also need to find somehow Catherine's body and where that's buried and figure out this leapfrog situation. All for what just seems to be spite. It just seems to be like which is great. I love when Catherine is very motivated by something that really has nothing to do with any fabric of reality that's going on. I think that's great, you know?
Yeah, effectively, like, changing the the poles of the earth just because of that D. And you know what?
Hey.
Okay.
Sure. Also, the way that Stefan talks about Catherine in this episode is so funny. Because he's like kicking with Caroline or whatever. And she's like, hey, bud, are you feeling good? Or is it with Elena? I don't even remember. But
it was with Catherine, you're right.
Yes. Yes. Okay, yeah. And he's being like, yeah, the Catherine stuff is tough, but, she died and we had a thing and it's over. And she's like, dude, the way you're talking about this, like, 150-year-old love affair that you've had with this person, like it was a situationship, is nuts. Hello, what is going on here?
Catherine could not keep her cool in that moment. Because she was like, she's trying to be Elena in this moment. She was like, right. I don't understand. Like, you don't have to hide your emotions with me. We should have a funeral. I need to go put flowers on her body. And Stephanie's like, first of all, girl, you're doing a lot right now. Mm-hmm. And no, I didn't give a fuck. She died and I'm fine, actually.
Right, I'm actually so good. It's like, we had a thing, and then she died, so I'm good. I'm so normal and adjusted and fine.
And I've been saying that for a couple episodes and been lying, but this is the first time where I'm actually good, for real.
It's totally for real. I'm definitely not hung up about it. Absolutely not. Also, just, like, I wish, too, we got, like, a little bit of... I mean, I always wish we have Bonnie in an episode, but, like...
Always.
I feel like, given the nature of Catherine hop-skipping and jumping... in and out of death, is like, how is that for Bonnie, right? Is she like, because she saw her and stuff, did she just be like dip and be like, all right, bye, see you later? It's like, just like, did she not pass, like, did she not feel the thing? And it's like, that's weird, I wonder what happened there, It's like,
I wonder,
it just felt like a chill.
Are they trying to say that because her soul or whatever is possessing Elena, that she didn't technically need to pass through the anchor? And so even though Catherine's body we saw burn up, that doesn't matter, that wouldn't have affected Bonnie. I get, that's what I was trying to justify there, but I agree. I think that Bonnie would have clocked Catherine immediately, and that's why her and Jeremy weren't in this episode.
Yeah, for sure. Because I think, too, like, obviously, like, her soul is alive and intact because it is, like, jumped back in. But, like, I feel like if you're Bonnie and being like, oh, hey, girl, right this way, like, here's the door, come on through, enjoy your stay on the other side, and she's just like, actually, no, I'm good, and then, like, boop, like, disappears, and she's like, wait a minute, like, where did you go?
Yeah,
we had a whole thing.
Figured out something was up there. I'm not done with Stefan yet.
No, God, unfortunately.
Because we saw this a couple of episodes ago. It's been a little bit. But they brought it up again this episode of him white knighting and this forced chemistry between him and Caroline.
Enough.
And I don't get it.
Like, we're scraping at the bottom of the barrel here, folks.
I don't understand what they're trying to do here, first of all, because I like these two as friends. I like it when they queen out together.
Yeah.
I liked that episode when he found out that Elena and Damon had sex, and then he threw the chair and he was like, no, I'm totally fine. But him punching Tyler, which valid, but him trying to do it as a, like, she didn't deserve to hear that. It's like, who the fuck? Stefan, you're not that, so don't pretend to be. Was really weird. And I'm not okay with whatever they're trying to do right now.
Yeah. And, like, because this whole, like, picturing of Caroline as, like, oh, she's, like, the goody two-shoes. She doesn't do anything bad. And, like, this is the first time it's like, whoa, But it's like, just, that's a weird broad strokes to have of any person, right? But, like, it just feels weird of really forcing this, like, duality of, like, Caroline's good and Stefan is bad and does bad things, but sometimes maybe Caroline does bad things and she needs a bad boy, and it's like, what are we doing? Like,
What
folks,
is this?
what is this? What is this? Like, this literally just feels like a Mad Libs fucking thing of, like, they spun a wheel and they're like, okay, who's Stefan go with next? And they're like, who's available? One of two people. I guess we're doing this. And it's like, I don't love this. I feel like this is just forced based on proximity and not anything else.
I agree.
Hello.
And I have permission to change my mind here. Because
Sure.
I haven't started watching the originals yet. Though we are going to.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is Tyler back?
I'm so over it.
Last episode was like it's a 100 episode. People are coming back because that's what shows do sometimes for big monumental episodes.
Right.
Why? What? What is this?
Like, I'm so sick of it. Like, and I say this every time because he keeps just, like, coming back, and it's like, you know I'm gonna leave again, but you'll enjoy me for a little bit here. It's like, I don't enjoy it. Just go. Get out. I don't want you here anymore. And it is, I mean, unfortunately very funny that Catherine was like, sorry, can you speak up? I think someone, just so someone can hear, maybe, what you're saying about
very good.
Fucking Klaus, like, really loudly. And him, obviously, having a freak out about that. But it's like, I understand whatever, this is gonna be this fucking will they, won't they for fucking ever, whatever. But it's like, I cannot have this breakup conversation once a season like we've been doing. I can't do it.
I agree.
I can't do it. Like, it's over. We're over. It's just enough. Like, I also forgot that Klaus killed Tyler's mom, and I was like, that's tough. That's tough. I didn't forget about that. I was like, ooh, yeah, you definitely have a lot more reasonable vitriol on this, outside of just Caroline is giving someone attention that's not you. But yikes, dude. That's tough. But, like, enough. Just stop. You keep being like, this is it. We're never gonna talk to each other again. And then you keep talking to each other. It's like, stop. Just go. Just do something else.
I have an unfortunate bias towards Tyler.
Yeah.
Because he had an abusive dad and a mom in the spotlight who didn't pay attention to him, who was just, like, complicit in this. Mm-hmm. So I, unfortunately, I have a soft spot for Tyler's character. The difficulty that I have with him right now in this episode is that they were writing him like season 1 Tyler.
Yeah.
A very, like, I'm only going to attack other people when I feel sad, and not, like, I'm going to lash out and not communicate what's happening. And that was very him early in the show. And I don't fuck with that kid. I don't like that version of him.
Yeah.
I also don't understand why he's back. I think that there will be a little bit more context of that once we see.
Sure.
He was talking about how, like, Klaus was making his life hell outside of him killing his mom, which, rip, my dude, sorry about that. Yeah. But it just doesn't. I'm over this. I'm over all of these, like, shitty guys in front of Caroline when, like, obviously we know she needs to go to Whitmore and explore with women.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm done. I'm bored.
Like, just because you regress to your season 1 self by when you're hanging out with the werewolves or whatever, doesn't mean that Caroline has to. Okay? It's also
his
like,
character right now is very, I'm a first year in college. I've come back to the homecoming game at my high school, and I'm reminiscing.
Yes.
But you haven't changed or grown at all.
Uh-huh.
And I don't fuck with that version of Tyler.
No. Enough.
You're pissing me off. Caroline deserves better.
Yeah.
I'm very curious about your thoughts on Damon and Catherine and Enzo.
We got our boy back. Our boy Enzo's back.
Our boy Enzo.
He's back. They're you know, star-crossed lovers. They'll find each other in any universe.
And if y'all thought that we were just like, oh, this show always puts queer narratives into everything, what was this Hey.
Yeah.
What was this then? Then what was the show?
Like, Enzo is putting in the work. He's trying to be boyfriend of the year, you know?
That's what I'm saying.
He's like,
he hunted
hey, man.
and gathered.
Yeah, he's like, hey, dude, I know we kind of got off on the wrong foot last time, and I was, to be fair, really upset with you, because you left me for dead, when we kind of had a thing going, but you know what?
I was tortured
realized,
for 50 years.
Then I was tortured, like, it was kind of, like, really, really bad, and, like, I really hated you forever for that, but then I, like, looked into it a little bit and realized that you actually have been doing this long con of killing the Whitmores and leaving one, remaining family member to just fuck them up for the entirety of their bloodline. And you know what? I think that's really romantic, babe. I think that's actually really, really chic and cunt. And, like, I think it means, like, you love me, because that's an act of love. And so in response, I've given you, in this body bag, Aaron Whitmore. Would you want to kill him together with me? Yeah. Would you want to do a little date and kill him with me? Please? Could be fun. Could be hot. Could be sexy.
Unlike Elena, who said "ewy" to that last time.
Yeah. Yeah, she can't hang. But me? I mean, come on. Come on. You know you want to. It'll be fun.
And you know what? Damon didn't say no.
Listen.
At
He's
first,
back,
he was
baby.
trying to be nice.
Yeah.
But then the show did the thing that I love, but also I fucking hate, which is that Elena got out and ran towards Damon, but then it wasn't Elena anymore. It was Catherine.
Yeah.
Which is so... These writers can go fuck themselves.
They're so nasty. They're so nasty.
Just for Catherine to see Stefan in the corner and look Damon in his face when he's like, it was all me. I actually want to make it work this time. You're the best influence on me. And Catherine looking him straight. She's not looking at him this whole time that he's saying all these really nice things, which Elena would never do. And she looks at him and is like, first of all, whoa, that's a lot to put on me.
Yeah.
Second of all, I don't care that you broke your elbow. And it's like, we can't do this. I gotta go my own way. And Damon's never been broken up with before, so he's like, what the fuck?
Like,
I gotta go back to my...
Ouch. I thought I had this in the bag. And if it was Elena, he would have, right? Like, for sure would have
worked. If it
worked.
was, they 100%. Yeah.
And it's also funny, too, because this entire episode, like, everyone else is also extremely pro Damon getting back together with Elena, which is surprising,
including
right?
Stefan.
Like,
Gross.
Stefan is very on board. Even Caroline is like, yeah. Like, everyone's like, you are not a maniac when you are with her. And that's at least good reassurance for all of us that you're not gonna just, like, be a ripper. You know, like, that this is at least, like, a nice little balm salve on you, which is nice.
Seeing
I have
the
my own
relationship
personal...
as harm reduction is wild.
No, literally, it's like, what is this revisionist history of, like, they are totally normal and well-adjusted people when they are together? It's like, have y'all seen them during this? Because, like, it hasn't been the greatest, you know?
Hey, remember when Elena was sired to him, and then she forgot that Stefan was in a box for 3 months?
Right.
Caroline?
I think we're forgetting kind of some big things. And, like, yeah, now Caroline is just being like, yeah, I was just, like, judgmental or whatever, and chalking up to, like, very, like, minor grievances, when it's like, no, you had some reasonable concerns, Caroline.
Not minor grievances.
Like, come on. And it was funny too in the moment, or like the beginning of this episode, because Damon is like very obviously on suicide watch.
No, literally.
And Steph and Caroline are just like hanging out and being like, "Hey, champ, you feeling okay?" and stuff. And Damon is like starting to put it together, and it's like, "Are you guys fucking babysitting me?" Stefan's like, "Us? No, we're just hanging out. We're like, you're my brother. I love you. Like, please don't kill yourself." Like, we're just hanging out.
Making him do the like 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch.
Yes,
and he's
totally.
like, "Go fuck yourselves."
He's like, "We can leave whenever for sure, but like, do you want us to? Like, we probably should stay." No, we probably should.
It turns out, when he doesn't have who he thinks is Elena around, God. The first thing that he says, which was nasty, he's like, "Aren't you happy about this? Aren't you enjoying this, Stefan?" And then he goes back to his boyfriend. So
yeah.
He had tried before. He had tried to look Aaron in the face and was like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Scram. But then they do that thing that Damon loves to do, which is the ploy of lying in the street. And then taking a chomp out of the neck. Sick work. I was actually really rooting for Aaron, so I hope that he doesn't die.
Yeah.
He's like the only person in this episode I was rooting for.
He's got to break the cycle, you know?
I know.
God.
He's got to take all that money that he has from his trust fund and put it into Whitmore, so it's not a cult anymore.
Right. Yeah. You can be the change, Aaron. Please.
Exactly. The only other thing that from this episode that that was like my biggest offender was the traveler's wig.
Oh my God.
It was probably one of the worst wigs that we've seen in this show so far.
And that's saying something, you know?
I agree.
That's tough.
It was really bad, actually.
Yeah. Sorry they did that to you. That's dumb.
I feel really bad for that actress. It was truly unreal. I have no idea. I mean, obviously, like, Catherine wants Stefan, but I have no idea where the back half of this season goes.
Yeah.
From here. Obviously, we know that Nadia and Catherine are on the shit list as far as antagonists go. But Catherine's been on the antagonist list this whole show. So that's not new. What I'm unclear about is, since Catherine's body is gone now, what does that... Is Elena gone?
Right, because she does say that Catherine has full control now.
Correct.
Which is tough. I don't love that.
I don't love that either.
Is it gonna be like... Is there like a, you know, the Elena inside fighting through in little moments like we kind of see? Like, what is... But, like, Catherine is the dominant brain, soul, whatever. Like, what? What's going on?
Yeah, man. I have questions. I'll say that. I think as soon as we get Bonnie back...
Yeah.
Catherine will be in trouble because she will immediately figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
But I have no idea what do we go on from here. But I am excited that Enzo's back.
Yeah. I
don't know how bad this crash out from Damon will be, but I'm curious nonetheless. I will say this. I don't have good or high hopes for next week because it does look like a dance. And y'all know this show. Dances are never positive.
Oh, God.
At least they were never at Mystic Falls. I don't know about Whitmore. But it's episode 13, Total Eclipse of the Heart. So that's great.
Yeah,
good start.
That's promising.
That is a good start there. Goodness. If Catherine gets rid of the red in Elena's hair, by the way.
Sorry, we
might need to do like a proper mourning because that has been in her hair for quite a while now.
I'm so glad you brought that up because that was so fucking funny of her being like, hey, why is her hair red? And Matt's like, I don't know. She did it in New York and her humanity was gone and stuff. And she's like, okay, good. So I can get rid of it because she has her humanity back. And it's like, she's like, thank God, because I hated this, like, red. It's like, this looks tacky and bad. And like, now she doesn't even have the excuse of losing her humanity. Like, they're chalking it up to being like, oh, she was like having like a manic episode, right? And being and just like dyed her hair. And it's like, that's so funny. So funny.
Well, they're not wrong.
No, right.
She didn't
categorically, yes.
She didn't have a lot of her inhibitions in her.
Yeah. It's the vampire equivalent of getting bangs after a breakup, you know? Like, that's what she did, you know? But Catherine's just like, thank God, because I don't want to rock this and do. Damn. Okay, girl.
if she comes back with some, like, and she's not going to because I see the photo here, but if she comes back with some, like, fuck-ass Bob next week, I'm gonna make freaking lose it.
Just full reboot. Just a fully different vibe.
I mean, Nina could do short hair, but Elena with short hair would be wild.
Yeah.
Goodness. We have some amazing patrons to thank. Would you like to start us off?
Absolutely. Thank you to Greg Lautner.
Ooh, thank you to April Dobrev.
Ooh, thank you to Sean Salvatore.
Ooh, thank you to Megan Pattinson.
Ow, thank you to Katya Karp.
Ooh, thank you to Genevieve Morgan.
Ow, thank you to Danielle Burke.
Ooh, thank you to Janae Bennett.
Ooh, thank you to Dan Zeklos.
Ooh, thank you to Emily O. Zera.
Ow. And last but certainly not least, thank you to Jaylene Ivishkov. Pew, pew, pew.
Ooh. So I have a fanfiction for you. This is by the author The Storyteller 13. And the title is I Could Be the Beauty and You Could Be the Monster. The summary is a short one, but it's a powerful one. The summary is Enzo's adventuring party wants to slay a vampire. Despite his arguments, he follows them into the dark and finds a dangerous and alluring beast of a man. The man is Damon, in case you weren't sure. And this is a short fan fiction. It's about 2,000 words. But I did not know that there was, until I found this, that there was Vampire Diaries and D&D crossovers. But apparently that is a thing that exists on AO3.
Okay.
So, who knows? There's so many different worlds for people to explore out there.
I love that.
I also love that. Friends, tell your friends about the show. Tell your family about the show. Put it in your local newsletter that you, of course, have. We're doing a bonus episode very soon that you should be very excited for. Cody, what are we doing to close out September for our bonus episode?
Folks, we are doing the long-awaited commentary track for Twilight, the major motion picture. We're doing it. It's happening. It's going to be on the Patreon. We're going to celebrate 20 years, baby, of the books and watch this goddamn movie. And I truly have not watched it I know this is different than you, but I've not watched it in a minute. So I think this will be very fun to go back to our roots.
I am so excited.
It's going to be so good. We're going to have a great time. It's going to be a blast.
I'm so excited. So yes, get excited. Join the Patreon if you haven't. If you've never joined, there's like free trials too. So keep that in mind. But as we say here in the Pacific Northwest,
get bit.
Ooh.
Ow. You've been listening to Into the Twilight, an independent production by Earbud Media. You can support the show by subscribing to our Patreon at patreon.com/intothetwilight or rate and review us on your favorite podcast app. You can send us a backstory or a fanfiction at intothetwilightshow@gmail.com. Our music is by Eli Krause, and our art is by Maddie Padilla. You can find me on Twitter at Cody Corral and Allie at Many Are the Stars. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to Earbud Media Production. Earbud Media, audio for everyone.